Are you fed up with working hard but not making any progress with your money? What if the key to long-term wealth wasn't modern money tricks, but the ancient ideas of a famous samurai? Based on the powerful teachings of Miyamoto Musashi, this video shows you the simple wealth-building formula you need to know. Lesson 1. Buy me not stuff. Miyamoto Musashi writes in the Book of 5 Rings about how important it is to put control over material things. Rich people know that time is more important than things, so they spend money on systems, people, and skills that help them get more time. They work smarter and set up ways to make money that keep going even when they're not working. Musashi lived a focused and thrifty life, always traveling with just his swords. If you want to get rich, you need to stop spending money to impress other people and start investing in getting their time back. To do this, you need to outsource jobs that take a lot of time and energy, automate some parts of your life, and learn skills that will pay off over and over again. Before you buy something, think about whether it will give you more freedom or less. For example, a high-income course or a phone that you change every year will keep you in the same routine. It's not money that makes you wealthy, it's the time you have. If you master your time, you will also master your fate. Lesson 2. Get rich in your sleep. Think little of yourself and much of the world, Musashi said. To get rich, you need to look past the little things that bother you every day and see the bigger picture. Making money while you sleep, also known as passive income, is one of the most powerful changes you can make. Musashi knew how important it was to plan ahead. He never went into war without being ready, and he always set himself up to win. This is the way you should handle your money. When you work for every dollar, your active income is limited. A day only has so many hours. There is no cap on inactive income. No. It gets bigger while you sleep. Real estate, stocks that pay dividends, royalties, and online companies that run themselves are all tools that modern warriors who want freedom use. Imagine waking up and finding that you made money while you were sleeping. That's not a dream. It comes from having processes and a plan. Just like Musashi trained hard before a fight, you need to put in a lot of work at the beginning to build assets that bring in money. In this case, you could write a book, make a product, start a YouTube account, or buy rental property. It is not going to be simple. These things work for you after they are built. Rich people don't always trade time for cash. They make machines that do their work. Setting up systems that bring in money is what they do while they think about bigger things like purpose, freedom, and effect. Musashi never reacted. He always went on the attack. Rich people behave the same way with their money. It's not something they think about when they're tired. They plan ahead and set up ways to make money that don't depend on their work. You have to learn, build, and invest in yourself while other people sleep if you want to get rich while you sleep. Sow seeds today that will produce fruit tomorrow. One day, like Musashi, you'll remember not only as someone who lived, but also as someone who beat the game. Lesson 3. Exploit compound knowledge. An famous fighter named Musashi taught people how to build wealth by learning more and more. Like compound interest, knowledge that builds on itself increases your earning power over time. Rich people know that every new skill and deep understanding they gain builds on the one before it. Musashi studied drawing, calligraphy, and philosophy all his life, which helped him get smarter about other things. Brain connections are formed through consistent learning, which makes it easier to find patterns, solve problems, and spot chances. This edge over the competition can be used in business, investing, and many careers. Musashi says that people who want to get rich should read every day, listen to podcasts, learn from teachers, and buy courses. He also says that people should teach others, share what they know, and talk about it in order to learn more and establish themselves as experts. When you know something, you can act with more accuracy, and you can get rich through planning, not luck. To get rich, people learn things that no one else can take away from them and that can last through any storm. Musashi said that if you study every day, work hard, and let your knowledge be your tool, money will come your way. Lesson 4. Break the safe job myth. The way to truth is paved with the bodies of those who don't know it. Like his sword, Musashi's words are very sharp. The myth of the safe job is the worst thing that can happen to the truth. People are told to go to school, get a degree, and get a stable job. But Musashi would say this is fake safety. The idea that a job can keep you safe for life is not real. Businesses cut back. The industries change. Roles are taken over by automation. A lot of the time, the safe job is the most dangerous place to work. Musashi was free to live his own life. He didn't have a boss, a master, or a set pay. He was a ronin, which means he had no boss. Musashi didn't see this as a weakness, though. He made it his power. He only counted on his own skill and hard work. If you want to get really rich, you need to start thinking like a modern-day ronin. This doesn't mean leaving your job right now. It means getting more independent over time. Start a business on the side. Learn skills that will make you a lot of money. Invest in things that can bring in money. Give yourself choices so you're never stuck with what someone else decides. The myth of the safe job kills drive. It helps people get along. It keeps them in their safety zones while their hopes and dreams die. Musashi never stopped moving. He fought his first fight when he was 13 years old and kept getting better. That's the attitude you need to have. The job can help you get ahead, but don't let it lock you up. It's not your end goal. Use it to pay for your freedom. It's moving faster than ever before. People who think security works the same way it always did will be left behind. Being able to make something valuable no matter what gives you real security. From how clever, creative, and tough you are. That's how Musashi lived. He wasn't sure of anything, but he made it impossible for anyone to stop him. Bust the myth if you want to get rich. Strive for self-mastery instead of job stability. After that, you won't need anyone else again. Lesson 5. Be cheap on liabilities, lavish on assets. For long-term wealth, Musashi's advice to not base money choices on partial feelings and emotions is very important. Debts take money away, while investments make money. A new car that loses value as soon as you drive it is an asset, while a rental property that brings in money every month is a risk. Rich people are giving and thrifty, and they spend their money on tools that help them do their jobs better than on things that make them look better. Discipline, strategy, and presence, not noise from outside, helped Musashi win fights. When it comes to money, the same rule applies. Don't focus on flashy purchases, but on long-term growth and worth. Before you buy something big, you should ask yourself if it will help you or hurt you and whether it will bring you closer to or farther from freedom. Get rid of things that waste your time, energy, and money, and put all of your money and time into things that will help you grow. Being smart, not cheap, is what makes you rich. Don't waste money on things that don't help you make more money, like schooling, investments, and tools that help you make more money. Focus like Musashi, avoid money problems, and put your money into things that will make you stronger, not things that will hurt you. That's how people get rich, not by chance, but on purpose. Lesson 6. Leverage other people's money. Musashi, a Japanese businessman, believed that having too little cash is often the worst enemy. However, he also saw other people's money, OPM, as his best friend. Wealthy individuals use OPM to gain more resources, grow faster, and reach more people with money. This could involve getting loans from banks, investors, or partners to fund businesses. Musashi used angles, tactics, and strength in his fights, and people who build wealth don't just use money, they also use planning. They know it's better to have 50% of an asset that's growing and backed by OPM than to have 100% of nothing. People often stay poor because they fear getting into debt, but strategic debt can make you rich. Taking out strategic debt to buy things that bring in money can make you rich. Instead of thinking about limits, think about sizes. Musashi believed that people should change with the land and learn how to use the tools of the modern economy, such as OPM. He learned how to get money for real estate, pay attention to how business owners get money, and find out how buyers back new businesses. Remember that wealth isn't just what you own, it's how well you can use what other people give you. Musashi never fought alone, but he copied what other people did and used everything available to him to win. You need to do the same thing. Use OPM, make partnerships, and use leverage carefully to get rich for good. Lesson 7. Think in decades, not months. Real progress in wealth is not about quick wins, but about a long journey. Musashi's words remind us that wealth is not a race, but a long journey. Real people take the long view, like planting trees even when they may not be able to sit in their shade for years. Consistency is what makes you wealthy, not how hard you work. In the stock market, results may seem slow at first, but constant action adds up to huge results over time. Being consistent is what makes you wealthy, not how hard you work. Save every month, spend money every month, and learn every day. By doing this for 10 years, you will be in the top 1% of any field. When thinking about decades, focus on what's important and stop following fads. Focus on long-term worth and not short-term gains. Musashi lived for a reason, not because he had to, and made a promise to master it. With money, plan for the next 10 years and do something every day. This way of thinking makes you patient, calm, and no longer feel envious of other people. Ultimately, real wealth is made slowly, steadily, and with a plan. Don't rush to win, but train to always win.